Greetings and welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Shantice and I run my own yoga and wellness business called Zenwithchan. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 poses that you can do dedicated to your inner child. So your inner child is very important. Your inner child is always within, and your inner child is so important, especially whilst you are on your healing journey. So these poses are really nice to do, especially just to comfort and also connect with your inner child too. So before we start, please make sure that you are nice and comfortable, and please refrain from any poses that feel uncomfortable too. Make sure that you are barefooted, either on your mat or even a light blanket as well. So let's begin. So our first pose will be eagle pose. So for this one, you want to be seated, cross-legged. You're going to bring your hands, palms facing forward, and you're going to be in a T-shaped position. So you're going to get your left hand in front, right hand's going to be underneath. So literally, you're going to give yourself a great big hug, okay? As you do that, you want to try and make your hands go onto your shoulder blades as well. Also, for a little bit of a deeper stretch, maybe walk the hands a little bit further towards your back, taking slow deep breaths. As you take an inhale, we're going to lift the elbows up just slightly and release. And again, inhale, elbows going up slightly and release. I want you to imagine that you are hugging little you. You are hugging little you. You are showing your little self how appreciative you are of them and how thankful you are of them too, okay? So taking slow deep breaths, maybe even close the eyes and start to imagine little you. Slow deep breaths. Relaxing the body, relaxing the hips, relaxing the knees as well. Give yourself all of that love right now. Slowly release the hands, relax them down. Okay, let's transition into our next pose, which will be child's pose. So for this one, you will have to go on your all fours. So take your time just to shift your legs back onto your all fours. So we're going to go onto our all fours, just like this. I'm going to spread my feet out just a little bit. I have a gap and also between my hands too. We're going to go into extended child's pose. So that's where the knees come as wide as the mat and the toes are slightly touching. You're going to gently push your bottom backwards. And as you do that, your hands are either going to come down onto your forearms. You can be stacked on your fists, or your head can be flat down, your forehead resting on the mat. So take your time, finding that comfortable position, taking slow deep breaths. And as your head really thinking about grounding down, this is your time to rest and relax. Slow deep breaths. Move the head just slightly, just to massage the forehead. Giving yourself that love and compassion. Nurturing your body, nurturing your needs. Slowly relax. Walk the hands close towards your body. And slowly make your our next pose is going to be lion's breath. And this pose is actually a really fun pose. Some people laugh the first time doing it, but it's a really good pose to just release stress. And it's also good for you to connect and play with your inner child too. Play is also a great way to connect with your inner child as well. So for this one, we are going to be on our knees. Also, if you suffer with very painful knees, maybe put a pillow or folded blanket just underneath you. You can also put that pillow or folded blanket at the back of you, because we are going to sit down. So we're kind of going into hero pose, which is a kneeling pose where we're sitting down just on our heels. So get nice and comfortable. So what we're going to do, we're going to be using just our face for this one. So what you're going to do, you are literally going to stick out your tongue. Your tongue is going to go as wide as you can. Also, as you do that, you're going to open your eyes nice and wide. So as you do it, you're going to take a nice big inhale. And on the next exhale, you're going to open it out. Bring it in. Just going to turn around so you guys can see me. So again, going to inhale. and relax. Shift the body a little bit forward as you do that. One more time. Don't worry how you look. It's all about releasing any tension. And have a go on your own this time. Our last pose is going to be one of my favorites, Warrior 2. So Warrior 2 is all about strength, and it's also all about you finding your inner strength and also finding that strength within your inner child. So what we're going to do, we're going to have the feet nice and wide, toes are going to be facing diagonal. You're going to turn your left foot towards the left hand side. Your right foot is going to be nice and straight. Make sure you put your hands on your waist, shift your hips forward. So waist is always going to be front, okay? So we're going to start by finding that bend in that left knee. So you might even want to adjust. If you want to go deeper, always move with a straight leg rather than a bend. So I'm just going to shift my foot forward. I'm going to bend my knee and go forward. I'm also going to bring my hands into a really lovely, nice and wide T shape. Palms are facing down. I'm going to be looking towards my left hand side. Also pushing my hands back so they're in one nice long line. Taking slow deep breaths. We're going to hold it here nice and strong, okay? Think about strength. Think about power as you're here. Slow deep breaths.